Live from the O'Hara Construction Studio in downtown Jackson, it's the Bart Hawley Show. I'm David Rice, inviting you to join Bart and his guests. From the Jackson Area Career Center, Principal Dan Draper and Assistant Principal Lauren Kaiser. From Experience Jackson Outdoor Recreation Manager Steve Trozen. From the Ella Sharp Museum, Paula Crow from the Jackson County, Michigan Historical Society, Maurice Imhoff. Jackson County Parks Director Kyle Lewis with Park Events Manager J.C. Hutchins. And Entertainment Correspondent Mike Mara. And now, here's Bart.
Thank you so much, David Rice. Good afternoon. Welcome. Thanks so much for joining us today. Somewhat overcast Tuesday afternoon. A bit of a chill, 66 in Jackson. And will we see sun, maybe a little sun off and on today, but we also have a chance of showers, and that increases this afternoon. Right now, there is a line of showers just west of Kalamazoo, so that could be in our area later today. And winds will be picking up, gusts as strong as 21 miles an hour. Today's high forecast to be around 70. Clear night tonight, low 42. Last night, it got down to 46. First temperatures in the 40s in weeks. Wednesday, clouds will increase, but it will be a little warmer, 75 for our high. Thursday, showers likely, possibly even a thunderstorm, high near 70, and winds gusting as high as 20 miles an hour. Thursday's chance of precipitation is now 80%. Did you see that, Brandon?
Yeah.
First day of football.
As long as the game goes on.
Mostly sunny on Friday, high 69, and the Labor Day holiday weekend is this weekend. And the weather forecast for all 3 days, it is delightful. Saturday, sunny, high 72. Sunday, sunny, 76. And for Labor Day Monday, sunny, and high of 78. There you have it, today's forecast. And the holiday weekend forecast brought to you by Kelly Express. Going somewhere for the holiday weekend up north, maybe? One last trip up north. You'll be joining a lot of people. As it's expected, we'll have millions traveling this holiday weekend. But before you go, stop by your local Kelly Express and stock up on your favorite snacks, like 5-Hour Energy, 2 for $4.99. Cars, large bags of nuts and snacks for $4.99. Jack Link, 2.45-ounce beef and cheese, 2 for $7. And Uncle Ray's 3-ounce bags, $1.99 at Kelly Express. Take a look outside and see the cloudiness. Yeah, a little cloudy. Little cloudy. Still a nice day. With the hot weather we've had this summer, it feels almost fall-like. Well, we're getting closer. The last week of August. Today, Tuesday, the 26th, it is Make Your Own Luck Day. If you have bad luck, maybe you did it to yourself. So our suggestion is just make good luck. Maybe you could buy a lottery ticket, the Powerball jackpot. No one won last night. It is now $815 million. If you were to select the cash option, and you should do nothing but the lump sum, take it all. And what they don't tell you, they spread the money out over 30 years, and the first few years, they don't give you much. So take it all, and then after taxes, federal and state taxes, you would end up with, what do you think, Brendan? $815 million. They'll write that check after taxes to you for
290 million.
Close, 215 million.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah, so you'll end up with about 25%.
See, some people would say that's it, but that's still a lot of cash.
That's a lot of money. I would not say that's it. I would say
I'm going to wait till it hits $1 billion. Then I'm gonna
yeah, and then, as the jackpot grows, it grows faster because people want to jump in on the big money. It's National Cherry Popsicle Day, National Dog Day, National McChicken Day. The McChicken, it started back in 1980. McDonald's introduced the McChicken, and it didn't take off. They stopped doing it after a few years. It, I think just lasted maybe 3 years. And then they replaced it with the Chicken McNuggets. And then the McChicken came back, and it's actually available right now, back the way it was in 1980. It is National Toilet Paper Day. What did people do before? And it's Women's Equality Day, a national day of recognition, and today Governor Gretchen Whitmer signed a proclamation declaring today Michigan Equality Day, and it's commemorating the adoption of the 19th Amendment, which prohibits what?
I don't know. Don't ask me.
We talked about it this morning.
Oh.
It prohibits denying women the
right to vote. Okay, if it was from this morning, I was listening.
Yeah, you weren't paying attention.
I was.
Back on this day in 1955, the Davis Cup match between Australia and the United States from the West Side Tennis Club in Forest Hills, New York, was telecast on NBC. Significant because it was in color. 1955, first color sports telecast. And on this day in 1939, the first televised Major League Baseball game, 1939, WX2BS, station later became WNBC. And Brendan, can you see the steady platform the cameraman is on?
I like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Look out for the foul ball.
Man, it's pretty risky. And it probably wouldn't withstand a pop fly. The guy could easily be knocked to the ground. At least the guy with the parabolic microphone on the ground, at least he can hide behind that. Announcer Red Barber called the game between the Cincinnati Reds and the Brooklyn Dodgers at Ebbets Field in Brooklyn. And at the time, television was in its infancy, so they broadcast the game. And at that point, there were only 400 television sets in existence anywhere. So at the most, 400 homes were able to watch it. That was in the New York area, I'm sorry. 400 homes, and it was local station, so it was just local. And another sports note, on this day in 2016, in a preseason NFL game, San Francisco 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick remained seated as the other players stood to observe the national anthem. No one noticed. Now, this wasn't later in the season when Kaepernick started kneeling during the national anthem. He just sat there by himself on the bench. No one noticed except one reporter, and it was days later that he asked him about it. And he said, well, he was protesting all of the injustice, racial injustice that was going on in the country at the time. Eventually, he started kneeling as, I believe, service veterans, Army and Navy folks told him, you know, you're disrespecting us by sitting during the national anthem. He said, okay, well, I'll kneel. And that's when he started kneeling. And I think at that point, did he ever play football again?
No, he's still trying to get in the league, but it might be a little too late.
It still could happen. Yeah, he has not given up. On this day in 1968, Hey Jude, the single released by the Beatles. It was the Billboard Song of the Year in 1968. In 1971, Bobby Orr, one of the greatest hockey players ever, he signed a 5-year contract with the Boston Bruins worth $1 million.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot of money back then, and it was the first $1 million contract in the NHL. And in today's automotive history, we look to Great Britain, home of the Mini Cooper. Well, in 1959, they introduced this. The British Motor Corporation introduced the Morris Mini Minor. It is only 10 feet long, 4 people fit in it, tight squeeze. It looked like a clown car when people were driving around in it, but 5 million of these were sold, and they sold them, and it was a very popular car for about 30 years. Now on to Today in the J, brought to you by Experience Jackson, the Birches at Ellisharp Park. Great place for a picnic near the mini golf. Today, the Grand River Farmers Market, the special new this year Tuesday edition of the market. It's moved back to downtown at the Grand River Pavilion next to Grand River Brewery. And this will be a great time to take advantage of all the local produce that is being harvested. Farmers will be there today, also vendors, crafters, and more from 3 to 7. The Civil War exhibit at Ellisharp Museum just started last week on loan from the Detroit Historical Society, chronicling the Civil War history of the state of Michigan. This will be on exhibit at the Ella until, I just got word that it's going to be until November now. So get over there and see it. We'll have more about this a little bit later in today's show. Paula Crow and Maurice Imhoff will be here with a few more details about the exhibit. Tonight is Fall Family Kickoff at Jackson School of the Arts. If you're enrolled, great. They'd love to see you. But if you're not enrolled and you're just curious about the programs, you're welcome to come by as well. It runs from 4 till 7. From 4 to 5:30, enrolled families get early access to dance store deals and a calmer space until everyone else arrives. Starting at 5:30, everyone's invited. You'll be able to participate in some cool activities, try a make and take, explore the classrooms, practice dancing, explore the gym, and learn more about what the JSA has to offer, including early childhood programs. And they have a preschool, and last I heard last week, they still have openings in the JSA preschool. And it's bike night at Aggie's from 6 till 8 p.m., maybe till 9. Aggie's in downtown Napoleon. Tonight, the Jimmy Clay Band will be performing. And looking ahead to later this week, tomorrow, there's a special MLK Corridor Reimagined construction update. Councilmember Arlene Robinson is hosting this informational meeting at the King Center, and that's at, 6 p.m. And that's it. Today in the J, brought to you by Experience Jackson. Well, yesterday was a beautiful day for golf, I hear, as the folks from the Jackson Area Manufacturers Association held their annual golf outing at the Country Club of Jackson. Couldn't ask for a better day.
No, perfect. Yeah,
perfect.
Nice and comfortable.
Perfect. Looks like maybe a little chilly as things got underway, as everyone has their sweatshirts or quarter zips on. But the course is in beautiful condition. They've had really a lot of water this summer in terms of rainfall, so things are looking pretty good. And the golfers looking pretty good as well. This annual event attracts members of the Jackson Area Manufacturers Association and assorted companies that support manufacturing in Jackson. Thanks to everyone who participated, and thanks to JAMA for all they do in our community. We want to remind you that we are just, can you believe it, 2 days away from the start of high school football on JTV. It is the 26th season of high school sports on JTV, the world leader in local high school sports television. We begin the season at Western High School as the Vikings take on the Panthers. Pregame at 6:45. and the kickoff around 7, and we'll replay that game at the conclusion, plus again this weekend on JTV Sports. Thanks to Minuteman and M&K for bringing you high school football along with a lot of great sponsors. Thanks to College Chevrolet joining us this year as our pregame show sponsor. And we'd like to welcome State Farm. Welcome to the Joe Muni Agency, the Dave Geeson Agency, and the Dale Robert Agency. Glad to have you on board for JTV Sports coverage this fall. Welcome to these fine State Farm agents joining us on JTV. Today's show is being brought to you by Accelerate Jackson County. At Accelerate Jackson County, they are looking to build a stronger Jackson County, and they're making it happen with over $130 million invested, more than 1,300 jobs created, and big wins like the Jackson Technology Park North. From talent development to housing and business growth, AJC is leading the charge. Visit acceleratejacksoncounty.org and be part of the movement. If not us, then who? We invite you to tune in on Wednesday as Henry Ford Jackson presents Wellness Wednesday. Your health journey starts here at Henry Ford Jackson Hospital. They're committed to supporting your wellness every step of the way. Wednesdays on JTV, Henry Ford experts will share insight on how to live healthier, prevent illness, and get the care you need when you need it. Whether you're managing a chronic condition or simply looking to feel your best, they're here to help. And if you have a question for any of the providers, there's a special section of our website for Wellness Wednesday where you can reach out and send questions in, schedule appointments, and much more. Tomorrow on Wellness Wednesday, we have Director of Community Engagement Tashna Thomas and Nursing Administrator Carrie Johnson, and they're working on the Hit 'em for Hospice golf outing, which is coming up next month. We've got a great lineup of guests on today's show. We have from the Jackson Area Career Center, the administrators, Principal Dan Draper and Assistant Principal Lauren Kaiser. We'll hear about back to school at the Career Center. Steve Trozen is with Experience Jackson, and he is working on outdoor recreation. And today he'll have details on new bike paths and a special gravel bike race that is being introduced this fall. From the Ella Sharp Museum, Paula Crow, and from the Jackson County, Michigan Historical Society, Maurice Imhoff. From Jackson County Parks and the Cascades, Kyle Lewis and J.C. Hutchins, and our entertainment correspondent, Mike Mara from Jackson College. He has the fall series film lineup and more on today's show. All this happens here on JTV. Great that you're with us. And we begin with Dan and Lauren right after this.